Hey everyone, it's your friend Think Noodles, and welcome to my walkthrough for Poptropica's Great Pumpkin Island. And this is one of the shorter islands that you'll encounter in Poptropica, and there's not a lot of puzzles to solve, it's just a lot of running back and forth, but there are still a few tips I can give you, I hope, that help you get through it. Please take a second to like this video and subscribe to my channel if I help you get through the island. So let's get started. Now you'll drop in here and you'll see Charlie Brown there. Just keep running to your right all the way to the right edge of the screen and keep going. And head past this guy here. We'll see him a lot in this. All right, and keep heading to your right and speak to Linus here. And of course, Lucy is very demanding, and we have to do something for her and help her find the heaviest pumpkin. It may take a few tries to get this, but the first time I played it, I actually got on the first try, had the heaviest pumpkin on the first try, but all you do is put one on the left, one on the right, and always leave the heaviest pumpkin and move the discarded pumpkins, which are the lighter pumpkins, over into one pile so you don't mix them up. And we're almost there. And it looks like the left one is the heaviest. Yes, it is. So you give it to her, and that's it. She's very demanding, as you saw. She called me hopeless. Okay, now she doesn't think we can get it back. She's not going to carry it back for us. But this is one of the harder parts. That last one was fairly easy. You just weigh it, and whichever one's heavier, you choose. But this part takes a little bit more skill, and it actually gets a little bit annoying. So you got to push the pumpkin, and you kind of have to push it fast, but if you push it too fast like that, you break the pumpkin. So we will start again and be a little bit more careful, and we get over the hill, and then we go a little bit to the left here, and we got to jump over and catch it because we don't want it to fall off that cliff there, and just push it along here and let it roll. And when you pass one of those flags, you see that pumpkin light up? Well, that says that you've made it through the checkpoint. So if you fail again, watch out for those rabbits, but if you fail again, it will start you back at that point and not back at the beginning. The rabbits will launch it up in the air. So if a rabbit's about to come out, don't push the pumpkin on it. So what you want to do here is get it right to the top and then, okay. You want to push it as fast as you can from the top, and you'll get it through. If you don't do it from the very, very tippy top and push it as fast as you can, it'll get stuck in the log. Okay, now we get past this checkpoint here, and this part's hard. You kind of just have to get lucky, but push it in between and stop it before it gets to him, because if they kick it on the swing, there we go. If they kick it either going forward or backward, it will break the pumpkin. And once you're through the swing set, that's it. So she's very impressed that you got it there in one piece, and you can talk to Linus, and you know how he feels about pumpkins, so he gives you the trick-or-treat bag for helping out, and then Lucy takes out a big knife and stabs the pumpkin, and look at his hair. He thinks she killed the pumpkin. So later on that day, we go and talking to him, and there he's talking about the Great Pumpkin, and we see Charlie Brown show up, and he kind of mixes up the Great Pumpkin with Santa Claus. I don't know, but anyway, yeah. See. And he says, "You don't believe, you believe in Santa. I believe in the Great Pumpkin," and it's always been a point of contention between the characters of Peanuts. So, talk to Linus, and he says he has to finish writing his letter to the Great Pumpkin. So we head out, and we don't have to go very far. Just head over to your right here and talk to Pigpen, dirty Pigpen. And once he stops moving. He says he can't go trick-or-treating. Well, we have a trick-or-treat bag for him. So open your inventory and give it to him. And he will give you a lemon-flavored sucker that he doesn't like. How nice. Well, okay, we can use that. So it says it's Linus's favorite. So let's run back to the house and go in here. And then run over to your left and give Linus the lemon-flavored sucker. And he'll be very excited. we go. And we get invited to the party. So that's one of the goals that we needed. Otherwise, we couldn't have gone. So now we have a party invitation and we are invited. He leaves the pen behind, so go walk over and grab it. We'll need it in a second, and we can head out of here. Now, once we exit the house, let's run to the left this time. And we'll go all the way left. And keep going to your left. All right. And you'll meet up with Charlie Brown here and Snoopy. And he wants Snoopy to help him put the leaves into a pile, so we get to control Snoopy. And you'll see a leaf fall off, and when one does, just click your mouse underneath it and you'll blow it into the air. And you kind of just have to go along. And I'm blowing it the wrong way now, but you just keep clicking to blow it and kind of keep it moving in the correct direction. And there's a leaf pile over here on the left. Keep going. There. Oh, right over the top. Oh, man. Okay, so let me head back here. And Snoopy doesn't run very fast, but that's okay. And let's see. Let's try this one more time here. There we go. And let me just let it fall and blow it a little bit. Oh, that's it. So it doesn't have to touch the top of the pile. It can go anywhere. And that's 1 out of 5. And you have to do it 5 times. So I'm just going to fast forward here and get through all 5. 3, 4, and 5. There we go. Okay, now we completed that. And then he's going to ruin our efforts. Oh, boy. And his sucker got wet. Thank you, Linus, for ruining all of our work. He's going to mail his letter to the Great Pumpkin like you would mail your letter to Santa. And now we are going to follow him because he kind of gave us a clue to follow him, right? So let's head to our right and keep going to the right. And keep going to the right a little bit more, and we're going to go to the mailbox. If you remember running by it earlier, there we go. Now let's talk to Linus, and he lost his blanket. And as you know, Linus can't be without his blanket, so run to your left again, and let's check that pile of leaves he jumped in. I think we might find something in there. All right, and here we go. Now, click on the leaf pile and move some of the leaves, and you can kind of see the blue underneath. Just keep moving your mouse, and if you click it, it doesn't do anything, you see. But if I let up on the button, it'll start to move the leaves. There we go. And you can see it peeking through. There we go. Now click the blanket. And we've smushed all the leaves all over the place now again. Great. But head to your right, and we'll go back to Linus and give him his blanket. All right, just a little bit further to the right here. There we go. Now open up your inventory and click on the blanket. And he'll use it very deftly. Here we go. Look at that. And look at that. That is some impressive skills there with the blanket. So he's mailed his letter. He's off to wait for the Great Pumpkin, which means he's going to the right. And we want to go to the party, so we're going to head to the left. So let's see here. And we're going to go to our left. Keep going. All right. And we're going to head back to where Snoopy was. And we'll run into Charlie Brown and Lucy. And we will get to experience the most famous scene in Peanuts, the football scene. As you guys all know, she pulls out the ball and Charlie Brown flips on his back, but this time he's not going to fall for it. And she has a document so that she promises not to pull it away. And she wants a pen, and guess what? We have one. So let's open up our inventory here. In a second. There we go. Now click use, and he can sign the document, and she won't take it away, right? Yeah, because, look, he signed it, Charlie Brown, and she promises. So now he gets to kick the football. Here we go. Gonna get a good run up, and oh, she took it away, and he fell on his back. And of course, she tricked him. It wasn't notarized, and I think Noodles finds that very amusing. Look at him smile there. But anyway, they're headed off to the party, and we can run by and pick up the ball. Now let's head over to Snoopy's house here. And he's looking up in the tree. You see those up there. We need to get them, so click on the football and click use. And you'll throw it up into the tree and knock that down right onto his head. What a good shot. And we are going to fight the Red Baron. So we're the World War I flying ace, and we have to evade the Red Baron. And the Red Baron is, of course, Woodstock. And so we're riding on his house here, so it's not very maneuverable. For me, the best thing that I did was just stay along the top and then circle back and then come back up to the top and watch out for Woodstock there. And flying upside down, hey, somehow Snoopy is stuck to the top there and doesn't fall off. So just keep going along the top. It's really the best way to do it because you're just trying to avoid the bombs, and you can get hit a couple of times, but you're trying to avoid the bombs and the machine gun that the Red Baron is shooting at you. So just keep going around. I found that if I went down a little further, I got shot a lot more and died, but staying along the top seemed like the Red Baron didn't attack me as much. And since it's very, very poorly maneuverable, you want to stay away from the Red Baron as much as possible. And you only have to do it for a minute, so we're almost there. 3 seconds left here, 2 and 1. There we go. All right. Now we're going down in enemy territory, and we have to get past. So we got to hide from the searchlights. So there's the searchlight, and hide behind this rock here, and then let the searchlight go past, and let it come back to the left, and then run to your right, and drop into this trench here, and wait. And then let it pass, and then run over to your right and hide behind this. And you just keep doing this. Let it go to your left, and then hide behind this hay bale. Actually, it's a haystack, not a hay bale. Keep going and hide behind the gravestone here. Or actually, it's not a gravestone. I guess it's a way marker. But the water will hide you, so just stay in the water for a second. And this is the hardest part for me, so hide right here. And what you want to do is right when it goes past you on the left, you want to jump up onto the fence, jump up onto the roof, and hide behind the chimney. And that's a lot of movement, but once you get that, you are through it, and let it go to the left, and there you go. Now we'll head to the right and keep going here. And there's Snoopy, so you can talk to him real quick. Actually can't. Click the mask on the scarecrow there, and we'll put that on in a second because we want to go in here, and it says come back when you're dressed for Halloween. So click your items and put on the mask. Now click the door and you'll be able to go in and join the party. So it looks like an abandoned house, but it turns out we're at the party. So now we can talk to Lucy. We have to do some of the party games to get the medal. So we have to bob for apples. And all you have to do is when an apple comes up, just click it with your mouse. And you get 3 tries, or 3 misses, I guess. But you should be able to get this on the first or second try. Just be patient and click the apple just as soon as it comes up. If it came up and it's been a few seconds like that, don't click on it. Just wait a minute, and if you can click it right after it comes up, and ew, gross. She let the dog's lips touch her lips, and Kobe licks me every day, so I'm used to it. Okay, so this one's fairly easy. All you have to do is draw on the back of Charlie Brown's head and kind of make a map for the pumpkin there and make a nice little jack-o'-lantern. So I'll draw a typical jack-o'-lantern, the standard design. There we go. And let's just do the mouth here. And we'll make some teeth. But you don't have to make it nearly as detailed as this. You just kind of have to... Actually, I've never really failed on this one, so I'm not really sure how detailed you have to make it, but, make it a little bit more fun. There we go. And it mirrors what you did on his head and cuts it out of the pumpkin. There we go. That's a good one. All right. Perfect. Next is This is one of the harder ones. I'd say take you about 3 or 4 tries because it's kind of random. So just follow the pumpkin and kind of put your mouse in a reference point. So that was right below the stem for me, and it says place the pieces in the correct spot. So it'll give me an eye, and that's where the stem was. So I'm guessing the right eye is there, and the stem was right about there, and the mouth would be right about there, and the eye about there, and the nose about there. So that's pretty close, 84% I win. So, and I'd say that actually is the hardest one. And Snoopy likes the piano, so we need to talk to Schrader and ask if we can play. And this is sort of like one of those dance games. All you have to do is click the notes as they come up, and I'm not that great at it to begin with. But this time around, for some reason, it did a short one for me. The last one, it did a really long song, and I had to keep doing it. But once you get Snoopy dancing, he'll be dancing in a second here. There we go. Once you get him dancing, you're pretty much set. And there it is. Should end in a second. There it is. Yeah. So now that he's dancing for a certain amount of time, he likes it enough that it will let you win. And now that you've won all the party games, the party's over. So we fast forward to later that night, and we end up in the pumpkin patch with Linus. And everyone wants to go trick-or-treating, but Linus stays behind. And Sally was really nice to him and wants to keep him company because he won't leave until the Great Pumpkin comes. So everyone's going to go and do some trick-or-treating. And, of course, Sally's a little bit upset that she didn't get any candy. So we're going to go get some for her. We won't tell her. So let's head to the left and go to the trick-or-treat. Now we have to go up and knock on the door because nobody else will do it. So go up and click the door. And they'll throw out some candies. And you got to jump up and try and grab them. Sometimes they'll throw out junk, and sometimes you won't get any. But you have to get a certain number of candies to fill up your trick-or-treat bag. So let me, there I got a lollipop. And there we go. I got a sucker. Got a rock. You don't need the rock. So they got tricked and we got treated. Click the door. And then we'll try and, ooh, I almost got the rock. I didn't get anything there. That's okay. That's okay. You get as many times as you need to fill up your bag. So let's go do this again. And let's, there we go. Perfect. And we got taffy. And I think that's all you really need is 2 pieces of candy to fill up your bag. Not a very big bag, but hey, that's okay. All right, so now that we've got all the candy we need, let's head back to the pumpkin patch. So run to your right. Keep going. All right. And head past this guy one more time. All right, here we are on the pumpkin patch. Let's go to our right here. And we'll talk to Sally. And yeah, well, I'm not trying to hold your hand, but open up your inventory, give her the bag of candy. And she'll be so thankful that she actually got some candy. And he's still talking about that great pumpkin. So there we go. And you think it might be, right? It might be the great pumpkin, right? Right? Who is it? No, it's Snoopy. Oh man, he tricked us. Anyway, she's still a little upset, but she did get candy, so she can't complain that much. And she gets mad at Linus. Poor guy. And he makes a little joke, but she's been cheated out of her tricks or treats, so she's really, really mad, and she's gonna take off. So we're gonna stay here and wait with Linus while he waits for the great pumpkin, and I look so sad with that mask on, don't I? Oh boy. Yes, we will wait, and much, much later that night, You think the Great Pumpkin's gonna show up, but no, Lucy comes. And she thanks us for taking care of her brother who's wrapped up in the blanket. Poor kid. And gives us a reward for all our trouble, and it is the medal. So there we go. That's how you complete Great Pumpkin Island. I know it was a shorter island, but some of those challenges, especially the pumpkin one, were quite hard, actually, and frustrating. You guys can see it in the Road to Captain Think Noodles. It took me quite a few tries to actually get through those. But anyway, I hope I helped you. If I did, please take a second to like the video and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more Poptropica walkthroughs. I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching, and noodle on!